All right. What's going on, everybody?
What's going on? What's happening there, y'all?
All right. Hello to all the bodies. Hello to my co-host. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Lena Unapologetic. I am your host, Lena Unapologetically. And over here to my right, well, tonight we've got what's up? Tonight we've got Buckskin Bob. Normally, hey, what's up, Sekhmet? What's up? Normally known as, what's up, Big Buddha? Gotta say hello. We got Buckskin Bob. Now, usually you go by Chief Rocker, but tonight it's Buckskin Bob, right?
Buckskin Bob, man. You know, you told him to come in here, since it's Halloween, time and stuff. And he's like, hey, we're gonna do it or something. So I'm like, all right, then we go over here and do it or something.
You reminded me of some cartoon character. I'm not sure who it is yet, but I'm gonna have it by the end of the night. But I'm loving the hat. So down below we have DEVOE, the producer.
I suddenly feel like we need to revisit Blast sexual harassment policy because I'm not feeling safe.
Hold up, which one of us is making you feel safe?
I'm not feeling safe at all. I feel like that we've let a predator in here somewhere. I really feel like who in the hell left the gate open for real?
He said predatorily.
Predatorily.
Whatever you're feeling, bro, yes, between you and whatever the hell you're feeling.
Do me a favor. Don't talk to me. Talk to her, then she'll talk to me. Good God.
You notice all three of us are wearing hats too, right?
Say what?
So you got representing Blast below, over here to the right, representing Texas, and then I'm going for my Fosse jazz hands look tonight.
That ain't Texas. That is the Stripper Alliance.
Amen.
The Southern Stripper Alliance.
Well, listen, let's get to why we're here tonight because I'm excited. We have had wonderful guests every single week. Don't make me go through the lineup, but I mean, really, every single week it's been a wonderful guest, and tonight is no different. We have not only an icon in the making, but someone that I see as a distant mentor. We have the Mogul. We have in the fashion world. We have Mother GWEN DEVOE. Can we get a little clap for GWEN DEVOE? Who is an actress, model, entrepreneur, producer. What am I missing? There's so many things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Silver Fox Academy. We're going to talk about Full Figure Fashion Week. We're going to talk about the different shows and commercials and movies that she's been involved in. GWEN has reinvented herself about 3 different times. And again, we'll get into that during the interview part, but I find it an inspiration for all those people who maybe you had a job that ended, or maybe you didn't like it. You went to school and that's what you've been working at or whatever. I find her career, it motivates me because you don't have to just stay in one lane. She's tried several different things and been successful with all of them. Let me stop, going on and gushing and get to the hot topics because as usual, America be doing what America does, showing its ass.
It's time for hot topics.
All right. So, what we got up first?
Something crazy.
Okay.
I'm not crazy.
Let's roll it. Nope. Oh, wow. That is our guest.
Nope. That ain't it either.
Okay, you gotta fire the intern and show me
my spirit was baffled, and my spirit's spirit children were baffled when William slapped Christopher and spoke the words, "Keep my wife's name out of your mouth," because that ain't called me his wife in 10 years. People don't know this, but William and I have lived separate lives since 2016.
Jada, that's only 7 years.
To you, but in ancestral clockwork. When the words, "Keep my wife's name out of your mouth," fell from William's lips, the camera cut to Christopher. But had the camera remained on me, you all would have witnessed me searching the audience for the wife in question, because it was not I.
Okay, so I know y'all are tired of hearing about Will and Jada. I know that look, but we got to discuss it. As a matter of fact, since we brought her picture up, can we go on ahead and bring in Gwen? Because I need some female energy on this to talk about Will and Jada. There she is. Yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for joining us, Miss Gwen DeVoe. I have not seen you since Full Figured Fashion Week a few years back, but and we'll talk about that later. But first, let's go ahead and get the drama out the way. What are your thoughts on Will and Jada? Because unless you've been under a rock, here's the setup, here's the situation. Basically, Jada did an interview. She talked about her book, Worthy, coming out. And during that interview, she kind of threw Will Smith under the bus, a lot of people feel. I'm one of those people that I've been trying to defend Jada, but she's making it really hard with this one. I'm not against her, but I'm at the point where I'm like, if they got a divorce, it would kind of make sense.
Just go on and do it. I'm just going to do it. We don't have to hear anything about it. We don't have to know how bad y'all marriage is. We don't need to know all that. If you're going to do the divorce, y'all ain't been together in 7, 8, however many years, just get a divorce. Just go. Just ride on off into the sunset there, partner.
Separately though, right?
Yeah.
Separately. Okay. Because all right, what say you on the matter, Gwen? Because I mean, we don't really have to go into the setup. Everybody knows what's going on because she won't stop talking.
Right. Two things. The marketing plan is genius. Because I do believe a lot of this has to do with selling books or whatever it is their next business thing is.
Absolutely.
My public statement is, if they like it, I love it.
I respect that.
I'm done. Gwen DeVoe has left the room because I'm tired.
See, that's what I'm getting from you is one part of that is the mogul of you talking. Because you're right, it is a good marketing idea. Even the part with Will coming over to her last book tour to do the whole I support my wife thing, it's very calculated.
Very calculated.
On the other hand, I do respect the fact that you're like, hey, that's their marriage. I'm done. Now, DeVoe, what do you have to say about it? I know you're sick of it, but
I mean, you already know what I got to say about it. I said this whole situation was toxic when it first happened. I hadn't been a fan of Jada in a very, very long time. And basically what her revelation did, it devolved what happened at the Academy Awards to a scene from the 5 Heartbeats. Y'all remember the scene where the dude was like, every night I got to fight to prove my love? Well, that's what Will did. We thought he was up there trying to defend his wife's honor. No, he was trying to win his wife back. And that changes the whole conversation. And so honestly, I'm done with it. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't look for it. I don't ask for it. I literally do not care.
So if they have a Jason's Lyric 2 coming out, you're not going to go see that?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't even know one. What you talking about?
What about Girls Trip? You ain't going to watch her part when she's on the screen?
I have. The only thing that I have actually seen Jada in recently was the Matrix remake. And I only saw that, she was in it. I didn't go to see it because of her. She just happened to be in it.
Let's hear this right here. Put that back up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not Girls Trip.
CIS says, never liked Jada and she still got me not interested. All right,
Fact.
I hear that.
Fact.
Is she really in Girls Trip though? Because they different. Was that her?
Yeah.
She was in Girls Trip again.
Tiffany Haddish stole that movie. But anyway, we can go on to the next topic. Okay. So yeah, not much more to say about it. I'm sure next week she got something else new to tell us.
The intern didn't load up your next picture, so you just need to say what the next topic is.
Oh, well, in that case, we're going to fire the intern. We have to pay respects to 2 people. Suzanne Summers. And then 45 Kings. First, I'm going to say a little something about Suzanne Summers. Unless you're about 12 years old, you know what she looks like. So even without the photograph to show, we all know she was Chrissy Snow from the popular Three's Company series that was a big part of my life as a Gen Xer, with that Jiggle TV that came out in the 1970s. Here's what I'll say really quick about Suzanne Summers. I think not unlike Lucille Ball before her, and I'll even throw in Josephine Baker, and you're wondering what's the connection. There's something about pretty but smart women, because a lot of times the industry, or even Marilyn Monroe, they never quite get the credit for being as brainy as they are because they're goofy. And that's the job, that's the gig, to be goofy. But those who knew or read enough about Suzanne Summers know that she was a pretty sharp cookie. And she took an L for the industry because they fired her because she wouldn't play ball when they paid John Ritter all this money, which he was worth it, but so was she. So
she was making $30,000, something like that, and like John Ritter was up there making, you know, $250,000 per episode, and she's like, hold up now, you know, people are like tuning in to see me. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're not tuning in to see John. You know, everybody look at it, but they ain't nobody turning in to see John now. You're turning in to see Suzanne Summers, and she wasn't making no money.
And what nobody coming to see Janet DeWitt. I liked her, but nobody was coming to see Janet DeWitt. I mean, I'm just saying, you know. Gwen, I want to know what you got to say about it, because were you a fan?
I was a fan, but you know me, always going back to the business. When she left that show, she did a lot. She was creative. She was selling things.
Thigh Master.
The place. Listen, what more can you say? She showed them, you know. So I just adore shrewd business women who know how to pivot, because I'm the queen of pivoting.
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
yes, ma'am.
So
they tried to stick her in the dumb blonde box.
Yes.
She was basically like, the hell with that. You know, y'all can try it all you want to, but you want to pay me if you want me to continue acting like the dumb blonde. And then what do? Went on and got another blonde to play the exact same role.
To be honest, they never held a candle to her.
Never.
I can't even remember the names of the other two. They were, I mean, no disrespect to those actresses, but it's kind of like the same with Farrah Fawcett when they tried to replace her. It just wasn't the same. And I compared it to Lucy because, again, neither one of them got the credit while they were alive for being as shrewd as they were. I mean, wow, I could go on and on. But anyway, so what say you, D-Ray?
Oh, I don't have that much skin in the game. I watched it when I was a kid. As far as I can remember, there was no black people on Three's Company. So, yeah, that part.
Are you kidding me? Are you hotepping on me? Are you hotepping on me?
I am hotepping on this particular incident. I'm not riding high. I feel about Three's Company about the same as I feel about Friends. Where was the black people at?
There was some black people on Friends.
Everyone. Aisha,
yeah. She dated what's his name?
Well, to go back on the earlier statement, Janet was my favorite because her wig was the blackest thing on Three's Company.
It was. I think I heard rumors that Mr. Furley had a special friend, but anyway, moving on. Okay, so we got 45 Kings, and for those who do not know, he was a pioneer in hip hop. May he rest in peace. D-Ray, you are the resident maestro of the show. D-Ray, the producer. I'd like to hear from both Gwen and Buckskin Bob, but I definitely want to hear your thoughts. You want to set it up for us? What he's responsible for? Hey, Tamara Ivy in the house.
I'm sorry, Gwen. Go ahead. Go before me.
Oh, mine will be very brief. I do not know who that is. I'm not a hip hop person. I'm a house person. Underground house. Who's that? Rest in peace, sir.
I love that. Keep it on.
Okay, so a few days ago, before I knew he had passed away, I was in the car with my son, and we were talking about, the party starters when I was in high school, and 900 number came on, and I was like, this is what we listen to. And for the uninitiated, And that little bar right there, that little repeats has started more parties in the 1990s than pretty much anything that you could think of. And so he had a huge impact on the hip hop culture in New York. It's going to be sorely missed, and he's going to go down. That track is going to go down as one of hip hop's classics.
Yeah, it's iconic at this point. Absolutely.
Man, he
involved.
Hard Knock Life by Jay-Z and Stand by Eminem. So, so Drew was actually doing some big things, and he's been doing, and well, he was doing it for a long time. You know, he is going to be missed. He is one of these super producers, you know, that were out there, and he is gonna be missed. Rest in peace, my brother.
Any pictures of him before we move on? No, move on. You're muted, D-Ray.
Yeah, I don't think that the intern.
I'm pretty sure that you saw me mouth move on. But
okay. I did not understand your
okay.
All right.
All righty.
On site. Just know that.
No, I didn't do it. You did.
I'm not the intern. I loaded the pictures. Okay. Moving on to the next topic.
Okay. Before we move on to this topic, I just want to thank all of the women who got together and created this list.
Oh, this topic. Lord.
I really want to thank everybody that did this, because if you come across a woman that says that you can't do nothing on this first list on your first date, she just did you a huge favor.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that. So let's set this up. Now, the background about this is, I'm not going to make this young lady more famous than she already is. Some sister, God bless her, went on a date with this poor Indian guy. Thank you, Big Buddha. And he was getting ready to open the car door up to let her out so they could go into the Cheesecake Factory. But she was doing a live broadcast of the date, and she informed everybody watching that she was too quality of a woman to get out the car to go to the Cheesecake Factory. And so she put him on camera, embarrassed him for everybody that was watching. And after that blew her up and she went viral, some women, I don't know who they are, I wasn't part of it, they got together, created a list. Can we put this list up of all? Okay, here is a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date. And thank you to the ladies who reached out to me to help me on my list. Can we kind of read them off together? I'll go first. Cheesecake Factory.
I love Cheesecake Factory. I don't know what they're talking about.
I'm gonna name them. If there's any of these, Gwen, that sound like someplace you wouldn't want to go, or D-Ray or Buckshot Bob, y'all let me know. Okay, Applebee's. I'm cool with that. Chili's. Chipotle. Olive Garden. The movies. Your house. Any fast food chain. Even Chick-fil-A. Damn. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wingstop. Red Lobster. I love Red Lobster. Not the cheddar biscuits. A buffet of any type. IHOP, Denny's, the gym. Well, okay, maybe not that. Church, Starbucks, coffee date.
Okay. Now we just stop right there.
With the coffee dates, shots fired.
Shots fired. If I can't take you to Starbucks and everybody in Blast know that I got a 2 coffee cup minimum before you talk to me in the morning,
what is we doing?
What is we really doing?
Yeah, we're not doing this date. Okay, ice cream dates. Ice cream dates are romantic, but okay. Family functions. You don't want to meet Big Mama? Okay, I can't fuck with you. Movie night. Somewhere that requires a long drive. I want to know who wrote number 22. That's hilarious. Bowling. I've had some of my best times bowling. Nightclubs. Hookah bar. Well, I don't really like hookah bars, but I would go to one if I had to. I really like the guy. A bar for just drinks. Waffle House. Sports events. That's it. Okay, this list is bullshit.
The Cheesecake Factory does not fall in any one of those damn categories. Cheesecake bomb me. The damn cheesecake. Y'all ain't never had that damn salmon. that damn salmon at the damn Cheesecake Factory is off chain. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Can we put up what Tamara Ivy is just put up real quick? Tamara Ivy put up a comment. There was one I wanted to read it. Okay, there we go. She was so rude and locked herself in the car, shaking my head. All right, Tamara Ivy is actually a colleague of Gwen's, and you know, I'm glad to hear her opinion on it because I'm not surprised. Awful, house, absolutely disgusting, and not. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll make some peanut butter sandwiches. I hear that, Big Buddha.
It's the egregiousness, you know, because I saw this list, and of course I was like, well, that cancels everything that I like to do. So this ain't my person, no way. So thank you, you did me a favor. But you know, I got to thinking about it. What if you live in an area,
a rural town,
right? So like, you don't live in Raleigh, North Carolina, or Charlotte. You live in Hamlet.
I like that.
The audacity of this bougie chick. Absolutely. So you live in like Hamlet, or you live in like somewhere like Havelock. You're 3 hours away from a movie theater anyway, let alone a 5-star restaurant.
Now, Gwen, you're in New York City, and even though I know you're married, and the way these women are talking, they're never going to get to where you are because they're going to stay single. I got to hear what you got to say about it because y'all already know I think it's bullshit.
So, as probably I think I'm correct as the oldest person in this group right now.
Nah, because Buckskin Bob is a smooth 88.
No, we already confirmed that I'm older than him before you got on, DeRay.
Yeah,
so, he's my junior, but I mean, you know, seriously, it pains me to see young women or any woman create a list or add to a list like this. It's so much bullshit. And that's why, not just women, that's why a lot of us are single, alone, and miserable. Yeah. Okay? It's not how much you spend or where you go, it's the quality of the time. And yeah, just like DeRay said, thank you for letting me know so I know I don't spend any money on you. Not a dime.
Out of there.
Right? The attitudes, I belong to a Facebook group called Luxury Women. These are all the women who like the finer things in life. But guess what? Liking it and being able to actually get it and know how to get it is two different things. You understand?
Person. Thank you, Tamara Ivy. Listen, one of my most romantic dates was actually we packed a picnic and went to see Pops in the Park, the symphony. And that was free. Yep. The meal was made by me and the music came courtesy of the local symphony. I mean, no fancy food. We had like Subway sandwiches I put together. But I digress. Let's go on to the next topic. All right, I'm over this. All right, over this. Okay. Can we talk about Paris Hilton and what's going on with her offspring? Now, I didn't say it. The internets have been saying it, you know. Do we have a picture to go with it? No. Okay.
What happened?
Well, here's the basics of it. I think people are coming for her because she is an attractive woman, regardless of what you think about her, whatever. She is pretty. And her child has a large cranium. Yeah, right. So people have been making fun about her big head baby. That's what they've been saying. Like, what's up with that big head baby? I'm of the frame of thinking children are off limits.
Yeah.
So do you think that because Paris at one point sort of made a name for herself, sort of making fun of other people on her show, I forget what was called, The Simple Life, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
Is this a little bit of chickens coming home to roost, or do y'all feel like, kids off limits?
Yeah, they're coming home to roost. And yes,
kids off limits, but I can say Paris don't give a rat's ass about what no one's saying because she's taking it all. All she got to do is just pull out them zeros and be like, y'all can talk all the hell y'all want to. My last name is Hilton, damn it. Y'all gonna be in one of my grandfather's hotels.
Right.
So I don't give a damn if y'all want to talk about my baby because he's rich. He's gonna be rich. Always gonna be rich.
She got enough money to shrink that baby's head. Exactly. Can you do that?
Wait. Just wait a minute. Just wait. Just one. No, you wait. Just one cotton picking minute. Did you just say that Paris Hilton is rich enough that if she wanted to, she could shrink that baby's head?
You said it.
Is that what you said?
I said it. But she can though. She could, if she really wanted to, she could decrease in.
Don't know.
Lena.
I know about the stuff now. Trying to shrink the head, but I don't know about. She gonna just mold that boy.
Wait a minute.
She got enough money to take me off the air.
No. I ain't done this. I ain't done this in a long time. The views and opinions of Lena, Unapologetic, do not reflect those of Blast Media, Soul Res, Blast Radio, or any other body that's got some sense on this.
Hey! Okay, we'll move on.
I'm going to put it like this. Kids are off limits until you put them in play. If you don't want your kid in play, don't put them in. Don't put pictures of them out there.
The baby actually is a cute little boy.
Well,
I'm shocked. I didn't do it anyway because they normally do not put their kids out.
He doesn't look like he got a lot of stuff on his mind.
Well, I put it to you like this.
Oh my goodness, Lena! He's just digging that hole.
I'll be here all week. Take your waitresses.
Oh my goodness.
No, what I was gonna say was though, what besides her money, what did she get famous for? And what it was a video of her doing back in the day.
All right, now we gonna talk about it now.
What was she doing?
And now you gonna double down.
And now the kid got a big head. Okay, moving along.
Moving on. Okay, can we talk about L Boogie? Do we have any pictures for that?
Nah, the pictures are gonna be 2 hours late.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we don't need a photograph to describe what happened here. I'm gonna ask the scenario. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Apparently, Lauryn Hill, who I am a fan of, and I don't care what she does, I'm gonna still play my Miseducation CD. Yes, I said CD. I don't do the cloud or whatever the young folks are doing. I have a boombox, and that's where I am with it. That being said, I've been to her I went to her concert years ago when she used to show up on time. So apparently she did a concert recently. She was 2 hours late and the audience bum rushed the stage. That's how angry they were. Here's my take on it. If you are a Lauryn Hill fan and you go to her concert and expect her to be on time, it is on you. That is your fault. I'm of the opinion that going to a Lauryn Hill concert and expecting her to be prompt is like going to a Fantasia concert and expecting her to be quiet and calm. Okay. It's not going to happen.
Okay, so I'm going to disagree with you on principle.
Okay.
Because the consummate professionals in the music industry, when a concert is supposed to start at 8 o'clock, it starts at 8 o'clock, right? As a matter of fact, Prince, if the show started at 8 o'clock, the first note was hit at 7:59. Right.
Q segment in 5, 4, 3.
I'm just saying. I think there needs to be some personal responsibility and there needs to be some accountability.
I agree.
For keeping people waiting for so long. And they said, I was reading reports. They said the best part of the show was the DJ, and she gets out and she does a rushed medley of her hits. It's like, well, y'all didn't pay for a rushed medley. You paid for a show. And so at some point, the message needs to be made to her. It's like, hey, this is unacceptable. So, hey, I can't tell them not to rush the stage, but it is what it is.
What you say, Gwen?
And the Beehive and people are going to get me, but Beyonce was 2 hours late too. And I didn't appreciate that.
You know what?
D-Ray is absolutely correct when he said that there should be some type of accountability. Granted, I was probably one of the older members in the audience, but the ticket price was the same.
Yeah.
2 hours, and we didn't even have a DJ.
They were mad too, I bet you, Gwen. They may not have shown it, but 2 hours, that's a long time to wait.
People, they were just so they
enamored.
were just so enamored to be there, and I'm sitting there like, this is some bullshit.
I see it as basically taking advantage of your audience.
Yeah.
You know they have already paid. You already have their money. Whatever you do, you know you still got their money. If the venue says you have 2 hours and we closing and we turning off the lights on you at like 11 p.m. and you like, well, you know what? I don't feel like doing 3-hour sets, so I'm gonna do an hour and a half. What are you gonna do? The fans ain't gonna leave. They're gonna be mad, but I already got the money. I cut them out. I gave them a show. It's not what they want. So yeah, they're taking advantage of the fans, which is despicable.
It's funny. It's funny that you said that, because there is actually now, there is actually some talk on Capitol Hill to regulate Live Nation and to regulate Ticketmaster, because there is really no remedy if a person goes to a concert and if the artist delivers a minute of what was promised, that is considered a fulfilled concert.
Yeah.
And there's no remedy for that. So imagine that, and I didn't see Beyonce on the non-first date list. So just imagine some brother done got out there and paid $3,000. You got to pay $200 to park, and you out there and it's what? Huh?
Yeah.
Now, we could go on about this topic for a while, but I'm going to segue this into the Blast Arts of the Week, because I really want to get to the reason why we're all here tonight to talk about the fashion industry, the acting industry, about entertainment. And basically, Miss GWEN DEVOE is going to drop some diamonds of wisdom. If you are already Facebook friends with her or know her in real life, you already know she's about to bring it. But first, who do we have up tonight for, like Dude said, in Purple Rain? Yeah, right. We all know that line too. This is a business, motherfucker, and you're not too far gone.
This a business.
You're
too far gone to know that.
Billy, right?
Yeah, I should have dressed up as him with the glasses.
Rest in peace. That's next week for Halloween.
Oh, okay. So for the Blast Artist of the Week, we have the Divine Favorite Project with It Takes a Village here on Lena Unapologetic.
I was feeling that.
And that was the Divine Favor Project with It Takes a Village. And if you are an independent artist, comedian, or even a spoken word artist, and you're ready to get your art out there, go to www.blastmusic247.com and fill out a free profile. And Blast is not just for musicians and content creators, it's for the fans as well. So if you want to get the best in independent music and podcasts, you can go to www and fill out a www.blastmusic247.com, fill out a profile, fan profile, and check out all of the artists that are on the website. Blast Music 247, changing the industry one artist at a time.
Perfectly read. How do you remember all that?
Been doing it for a while.
I guess that's what it is. Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
4 and 7 years ago, right there for you, right there, man. Now giving me
Hey.
vertigo with all this moving around.
Well, you know, I got OCD. People got to be in the right place at the right time, and you know, I gotta. Yeah, never mind. I was about to say something. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Without further ado, can we show the video to properly kind of give our viewers a glimpse into some of the world of GWEN DEVOE? Is that loaded up?
Bad bitch, I'm the bar. Alien superstar. Whip, whip. I'm too classy for this world. Forever I'm that girl. Feed you diamonds and pearl. Oh, baby, I'm too classy to be touched. I paint them all in dust. I'm stingy with my love. Oh, baby, I'm stingy with my love. Oh, baby, unicorn is the uniform you put on. Eyes on you when you perform. Eyes on I when I put on. Mastermind and haute couture. Label horse can't clock, I'm so obscure. Masterpiece genius. Drip intravenous. Patty cake on there is Tiffany blue billboards over the ceiling. We don't like plain. Always dreamed of paper planes. I'll have when I rodeo.
So, like to reintroduce Ms. GWEN DEVOE. Thank you for coming to our show. Thank you so much. I got so many questions. Okay, let me see.
I know you do. You know.
I do. Okay, let me start with number one. You're a native New Yorker.
Yeah.
But what got you into the industry? What made you decide, beyond the fact that you were tall and gorgeous, and can you tell us exactly how tall you are? I know, but I want you to kind of speak on it.
I'm 5'11", and I used to play basketball in high school and in college.
Wow.
Hey,
So it started with that.
Wait. Before we go any further.
Here we go, D. Right.
Before we go any further.
He's in love, girl.
Before we go any further, what is your basketball teams? I need to know what your favorite teams are.
The Giants.
The Giants? Ha! Okay, we can continue.
She's in New York, man. You know what is
Right, exactly. No surprise.
I feel a little sorry for her, but you know.
We're not gonna talk about sports, y'all.
That is exactly why I said we can move on. When she said the Giants.
For fashion. Anyway, okay, so it started off with sports. Did someone tell you, or did you tell yourself this is the industry? Because I'm assuming that as a young woman, as a child, you heard all these, oh, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you'll be a model someday.
No, I never got that, actually. I never got that. I played basketball because I was tall. And you know, you're the big bird in the back of the line, you know, all of that stuff. But what happened was I started to gain weight because I was never plus. So I don't have the story like some of the other plus women. Oh, they teased me. They teased me for different reasons. They teased me because I was tall. So I started to gain weight, and I did not perform well at our practices, and my coach kicked me off the team.
Oh wow.
Wow, where did turn that around?
Yeah, whatever. He's dead.
Unapologetically. I told y'all. She just getting started.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so let me move on to another question because I got so many to ask. Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, what do I say? Okay, I've got my list right here. When it comes to the plus size industry, because for the uninitiated, GWEN DEVOE is the creator of FF Week, also known as Full Figured Fashion Week. So what the best way I can describe that is, think of Fashion Week, but for people who are not a size 0. And when I had the opportunity to work with it years ago, I felt like Cinderella. I've never seen so much glam and all these beautiful full-figured women and the curves at sea boat cruise. Oh my God. Just imagine a boat full of Meg Thee Stallions and Lizzos and whatever full-figured woman that y'all digging, Pinky, whatever. Don't ask me how I know who Pinky is, but you know.
I was about to ask you. We ain't gonna go there now, but
ain't that kind of stuff. But anyway, imagine all of that dressed in white, just gorgeousness, you know. But what? You're not what I would consider full-figured, but you're not a skinny woman. So in the modeling industry, as I understand it as a layman, if you're not a size 0 to a 4 or 6, I don't even know if it's like, is that, what made you decide to go the plus size route and become basically like a revolutionary of sorts?
So even though like when I got kicked off the basketball team, a colleague of mine who was a designer said, you know what, don't worry about it. You're tall enough. I want you to model for me. And I was like, yeah, because I'm still in my tomboy era. You know, I'm wearing baggy clothes. I don't want to wear anything tight. That's not me. So I did one show and then I was like hooked forever. As it turned out, I was a pretty decent model. And so I tried to get signed because back then it was either you're signed or you're nobody. But at that particular time, and this is where Sharon Quinn's going to come in, they weren't really feeling the dark-skinned sisters. So it was more brown skin on the lighter side. And so what I wanted to do, I wanted to support my best friend without being jealous and spiteful and envious. And I said, what could I do to stay in this industry that I've found this love for without being a hater, basically? And so instead of being on the front, I went to the back and I started producing. And I didn't start producing plus size shows. I just wanted to produce. I wanted to be around fashion people. So my earlier shows was Divas Encore Models, and that was all sizes. You know, Sharon was my one and only plus size model for a long time.
Really?
Then I got smart. Yeah, I got smart. And I was like, every time she comes out, they're like bowing down. And then I decided to look at the audience, and the audience looked like us. So I'm like, you know, give the people what they want.
The original runway diva, Sharon Quinn. For those not in the know really quick, Sharon Quinn, also known as Miss Q, is not only a pioneer plus size model like GWEN DEVOE as well, but she's a reality TV star. She was on Monique's Fat Chance. She was second runner up. That's when I first became acquainted with her. Actually, I bought a magazine called Belle many years ago.
Belle magazine. She was a cover model.
And to come full circle and meet her, you can't tell me that God is not part of that, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so she was on that, and then she has her own show called Model Behavior. So that's how you two got acquainted. Now, how did it become the huge phenomena that it became? Because it's beyond just New York. It's Los Angeles, I think also Las Vegas, right?
It's actually, it was, let me just get the tense right.
Yeah, we do need to say was, because
it was international because men and women came from everywhere. And the thing is that I didn't know what I had because I wasn't doing it for that. You know, I got a ticket to New York Fashion Week. I went to the show. It was Tracy Reese's show, big time designer.
Yes.
I go to New York Fashion Week. I'm dressed all inappropriately because I thought people got like really, really dressed. And I wanted to go to the sample sale. I go to the sample sale and the big burly security guard puts his arm like in my chest and say, can I help you? And I said, oh, I'm going back there to the sample sale. And he tells me, sis, I don't think they have anything for you. What?
Wow, really?
Yeah. And he didn't, now that I look at it, I think he was trying to spare me either time or embarrassment. I don't think he really meant it the way I took it. He was just New York.
Okay, I dig it.
Yeah. And so I go outside and I call Sharon. I go, this guy told me blah, blah, blah. And I said, we need one of these. And her words to me were, well, what you doing? If anybody could do it, you can do it. And the rest is history. It took me a year and a half.
So to be sure on the timeline, you were a model for how many years before you became what we call you the mogul, where you're putting on these global shows? Because again, Full Figure Fashion Week was global. I only knew it for New York though.
Probably maybe about 8 or 9 years. Yeah, 8 or 9 years.
First career as a model. Second career, now you are I say promoter, but that doesn't seem big enough. I need something.
No, but Lena, I was a promoter. So I'm an old club kid, right?
I got you.
Club kid from a Pentecostal church background. That's why I don't know this.
I love it.
I went straight from that into the underground clubs, trying to find myself. So I was doing all of these things, promoting big clubs in New York City and doing fashion shows for the promoters of the parties. And I've been doing this for a really long time, but Full Figure Fashion Week is what made me legitimate. When I started to produce Full Figure Fashion Week and getting sponsors and that kind of thing, that's my, if you will, claim to fame. But I've been doing something in the industry for a really long time.
I just love that you reinvent yourself so much. I'm sorry. Go ahead, D-Ray.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I ran across a documentary about a week ago on HBO. It was on Danielle Luna.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, the first supermodel and first Black supermodel. And the moral of the whole documentary was she had a problem with the lack of acceptance in the fashion industry, and it ultimately led her to self-destruct. My question to you is, what was in your genetic makeup and your upbringing that you didn't necessarily look at it as defeat when the industry tried to lock you out? You decided, I'm gonna just make my own door. So can you tell us what it is? Where did that come from?
I've always been the type where if I'm not invited to a party, either I'm going to crash it, because I was a little obnoxious when I was younger. That's just who I was. Harlemite. Hey, Harlem. I'm going to crash it, or I'm going to create my own party. And most times I create my own party because I want my people there. And if I can, I'm going to take your people too. So that's always been like who I am. I'm always trying to elevate and improve myself. And sometimes that gives a competitive flair. I don't like to think I'm competitive, but I guess I kind of am.
But isn't that par for the course? I would argue that anybody who's going to be an entrepreneur, anyone who's going to be a freelancer, anyone who's not a 9-to-5er, and even as a 9-to-5er, if you are ambitious, at some point you've got to be competitive. But that's one of the things I love about you. Yeah,
that's the word, ambitious. And the competitiveness, you got to know who your competition is. If you want to stay, you know who your competition is. Sometimes you go to things, let me just see how they're doing it. Not to say you're going to steal that idea, but we all think that we can make improvements to something. And why not just go ahead and do it? I don't see that as competition.
We need another word for that. Oh, Buck, were you about to ask a question?
Yeah, well, I really appreciate everything that you're doing. I appreciate anyone that says that, I'm just going to create it my damn self. I really do appreciate people that are like, screw it, I just do it myself.
So a blast was born.
Yeah. But while we was in the green room when I was getting to know you, you dropped a couple of bombs, and you have an audition coming up that I wanted you to actually talk about. But Beep asked you a couple of questions about, he asked you one question and then you gave us the answer to another one. So he asked you first, would you keen to run a DEVOE? And you said
Probably.
And then you dropped another bombshell right after that one, which was
I am related to Omarosa Manigault. Manigault is my family name on my mom's side.
So you're related to her by marriage.
Because I know Buck is going to call me out.
I'm not going to say what you said, girl.
Rock might. I don't know about Bob. Rock might.
I'm not going to even say what you said, but I'm right there with you, though. I'm right there with you.
Do we want to talk about Omarosa? Or do we want to go on to the other parts of the question?
Yeah, I'm not talking about her. She don't.
Okay, yeah, all right, we can move on from that. Yeah, I'm with that.
So she also has an audition. I think she's working on it tonight, and you got to do it tomorrow morning.
It's due tomorrow morning.
All right, and let everyone know what it's about and how you are affiliated and the perfect match for this audition.
So the audition is for the role. It's a PSA about breast cancer. We're just winding that up, and I told Buck that I really feel confident about that I'm going to get this part because I have such a connection to it. My mom passed away from breast cancer, and part of the sides, if you will, which is the script, is that I'm trying to implore and tell people that early detection, right, saves lives. And my mother, hers was not detected early. She just wasn't in the frame of mind to go to the doctor until it was almost very, very late. And then it was not a whole lot that they can do for her. So I think usually I'm kind of like nervous and I got paper taped all over the place. But this one, I kind of memorized most of the script already, and I don't have a great memory. That's why I'm doing commercial modeling, commercial acting, that kind of thing, because it's
voiceovers.
Yeah, I've done a voiceover. Did you know I did a voiceover?
Yes, I follow you on social media, so I keep up with it.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Buck.
Oh, you're so
welcome. For allowing me the opportunity.
Yes,
please don't even call him that.
Hey man, you cannot be a hater all your life. Okay? take like 10 minutes off and say, you know what? I'm just not gonna be a hater for 10 minutes.
Should we refer to you as the blast owner formerly known as Chief Rocka? How about that?
That's just for the night. I'm going.
Okay, Buckskin Bob. All right, I'm here for Buckskin Bob. So, okay, we got to move on because, like I said, GWEN has had many. I don't want to just say many careers because that sounds like you just got like all these jobs, but just like. Oh God, I need a word for this. Somebody help me with this. I can't think of it right now because
she sounds multifaceted and that you wear a lot of hats. And so it's almost like how Gordon Parks was just kind of good at a long list of stuff. It sounds to me, this is my first time meeting you. I've heard a lot about you, but it sounds like that you just have a long list of experiences and a long list of mastery of certain things. So shout out to you for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, so, okay. Thank you for putting it like that because I wanted to give it the well, I don't know where my vocabulary is tonight, but anyway, it's somewhere. I think because even though I've been around you quite a few times, GWEN, there's that part of me that just kind of still kind of fangirls because I remember when Sharon asked me if I were interested to come up and draw. And I thought it was going to be like, I'm just sitting there like a vendor, just sketching people like I did in the mall. And I talked to Tiffany Jones, who is also a plus size model and was on the reality show Monique's Fat Chance with Sharon. And we met in Chicago. Long story short, she said, Lena, no disrespect, but I know you must not know anything about fashion because if GWEN DEVOE is putting on an event in New York, you need to haul your ass to North Carolina up there and not miss that. I was like, really? She was like, she basically gave me Anna Wintour from Vogue. And so I was like, okay, I got it. And, you know, the rest is history. But so we'll move on from modeling thing. But before I go on to the acting and Silver Foxes and the awards that are coming up for you, I want to ask you one thing about the plus size industry. I've got to ask this as a full figure woman myself. Thoughts on women like Meg Thee Stallion and Lizzo with the controversy as well as accolades that are coming for both, because we have to acknowledge both. Do you think it's helping the industry? Does it even matter? Where do you see things going? Because Full Figure Fashion Week, people keep asking, but for now, it's not coming back, or no, it's okay. That's a wrap. Okay. Okay. You heard it here first, guys. What about Curves at Sea? That might come back. Okay. We'll talk later.
Don't be putting the lady on the spot. What are you doing?
The inquiring minds want to know.
That's Lena. That's Lena. I was prepared for this.
Thank you. Stevie to you.
Curves at Sea may come back as a standalone event because people keep talking about it. But that yacht costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
you know?
the Infinity, what was it called? The Hornblower or something?
Hornblower. Yeah, it's the biggest yacht that at that time was docked in New York City because there were 500 of you on that ship.
3 stories, y'all. Everybody in white. It was a magical night the first time I went on there. I will never forget it. You do it, and I don't want to draw. I just want to be there to be a part of it, to enjoy myself. But anyway.
Wait a minute. I need some clarification. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
You trying to tell me it was 500 plus size models on a yacht?
Men and women.
Men and women.
You know I don't care about the men.
Okay, so let's say 300 to 200. 300 and 200.
And you're considering bringing this back when?
As soon as I can get the 50 grand that it costs to have it.
Church up, people.
Church up.
Church up.
Let me know if you need a DJ.
Hey, listen.
So you work for free.
D-Ray and Bob there. You got
Now Buckskin can't come. No.
No,
Buckskin can't come.
Well, I'm gonna bring my friend. He and I gonna come. The other two, they gotta find their own way there. But yeah. So anyway, okay, that's good to know. But I'm curious, what are your thoughts about the plus size industry? Because you got all these stores that are out there that a lot of us go to, the mom and pops, and then the juggernauts like your Lane Bryants, your Ashley Stewarts, your Torrids or whatnot. Are things looking better, or do you think that all of this fat shaming drama that went on with like Lizzo, does it affect, or like no fucks given as far as you're concerned?
No fucks given.
Okay.
See, because here's the thing, like, I and no disrespect to you, a lot of people ask me questions about body shaming. You have to understand, I was a producer. I produced an event.
I got you.
You understand? I'm not the guru of how others should feel about. I'm not body positivity. I'm not a body positivity person. I love my body. I like your body, Lena, but that wasn't my platform. My platform was to wake the fashion industry up and let them know that we as plus size consumers spend a lot of damn money on your products. And how dare you have a fashion week and not include us? So that's where I started.
I know, you got to clap for that, don't you?
That's where I started.
Guys, I've got pictures galore, but yeah.
I always have to bring it back to the business. So supply and demand. Y'all wanted something like this? I did it. And then we started to move along and separate the fashion people and the body positivity people, all right? The body positivity people were upset because they weren't viewed as real fashion people because they couldn't be models or they weren't accepted as models. So somewhere along the line, we started to split. We came together as a family.
Wow.
Right? With one voice telling the world, screw you, we're plus and we're proud. But then we started to split. All right? Because the people that are involved with body positivity, that has nothing to do with the fashion. Fashion is something that makes you feel good. When you look good, you feel good.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I overstand it. You know, I'm hotepping a little bit, but I overstand it. I do it because at the end of the day, you know, not I don't need to reiterate what you just said. Fashion is one thing, body positivity is another thing. We see this happening in other industries where people butt heads because somebody has another agenda. And at the end of the day, it's like, what's the bottom line? We're here to make money, literally. Okay, we can move on from that. In fact, I'd like to segue this into another area where I wouldn't say marginalized, but the fashion world was kind of ignoring, and that's the Silver Fox community. Because after Full Figure Fashion Week ended, and from what I could see, you had a lot of pretenders, a lot of fakers trying to take what you did and do their little version of it, and it didn't take off. No. You know, there's only one FFF week, and there will only be one like the original. So what I loved about Gwen is that she was like, okay, I'm gonna do a whole nother thing, and she did the Silver Fox modeling camp. So can you tell us about that?
So the Silver Fox movement is something that's near to me because I'm a Silver Fox now. You know, when I started with you guys, I was probably like in my 40s, but I've been around doing this for a really long time, and now I'm here. So my thing is, I think that I have left my mark, left my stamp on the plus size industry. Now some of the younger men and women who are carrying the movement forward, good for you. And now I'm going to go to the left and create something different. And I think that what I'm realizing is that there are a lot of older or mature men and women who have always wanted to model. Some have already modeled. Some could not get past C because of a lot of different things, right? And I hate to start talking about it, but there's a lot of racial things that goes on, you know, back in the day, but we're here now, right? So we're gonna forget it.
It's always going to be there.
It's always going to be there. So what we do is we take the negative parts of it and we turn it into a positive, and we produce. And that's what I'm going to do. I am producing a tour, a fashion tour for the Silver Foxes.
Oh, I love this.
You heard it. I'm giving it to you first. I'm giving it to you first.
Oh, I love this. I love this exclusive. So, okay, let's hear about this.
Do a global audition, followed by a photo shoot for all of our media, you know, the campaign itself. And then we're going to go on the road, and we're going to show older men and women that, hey, if you got it, bring it. Because again,
love it. I love it.
We are still spending money on these products, and I expect, and I tell you, I'm gonna get it. I expect just as much sponsorship as I got for Full Figure Fashion Week, because these people
have more. I mean, because if nothing else,
discretionary funds, Lena.
You know, now mind you, there are a lot more plus size people than there are slim. But God willing, we're all gonna get older.
That's right.
Because everybody here on this show is at least 50. I'm 52, and you know you can't see it because his hat's covering, but all my gray is up in there. All my storm, all my silver.
You can't see Bucks because he all that black all that black shoe polish. That black shoe polish. Nah, man. Look for the uninitiated. Go back and look at other episodes of Blast. You'll see what the actual truth is, but I digress.
Well, I tell you, you still can't be a hater all your life, bro. I tell you, just take some time off, okay? God,
you're so funny.
Yosemite Nig, can we move on?
Take some time off there, yo varmint. Yo flea-bitten critter.
Yosemite Negro, can we move on?
I need a minute.
Oh, do y'all act like this all the time? This is fun.
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes, all the time.
Yes.
The best show I've ever been on, and I've been on a lot. And they've
wow. That is the compliment of my year. I'm blown away. Yosemite Negro. Oh my God. All right. Anyway, gotta ask my questions. Okay. We were talking about Silver Fox. Yes. I would love to see that tour. Before we move on to the acting segment, if someone is interested in being a part of this, how can they reach out to you? Do you mind giving that information, or do you want to wait a while and put that on your socials and your website?
Yeah, I'll wait a while.
Okay, we'll wait on that. But just know, if you're listening to the show, it's coming. It's coming to a city near you. And I've seen photographs, and I was blown away. I mean, and let me just say this: the zaddies on this show. Oh my God! Because I mean, my taste has grown with my age. A dark-haired man can't do nothing for me. I love the silver. I'm just saying. It's just something about it, But anyway, yeah, I'm thinking about somebody right now.
Look at D-Ray.
Oh, that's right. You got some silver in yours too. Pop, you call it D-Ray.
No. I do have a question. As you know, because it sounds to me like you are basically the Miles Davis of fashion, because every facet of Miles Davis, whether it was bebop, whether it was modern fusion, whatever, he reinvented himself for the art, and you seem to be doing that as well. What do you tell people that say to you that success has an age limit?
I got to hear this.
Oh, I would have to look and think about that. It does age limit?
No, does it? Does it?
Or does it?
Mm-hmm.
No,
especially in your industries,
especially your industry, because
fashion, acting,
yeah, modeling, fashion, they have a tendency of throwing people away after the age of 30.
Well, but D-Ray, check this out. They said that fashion had a size limit. I debunked that.
Yes, ma'am. Love it. What is your answer?
So I'm gonna do the same thing, and I think what people don't realize about me, because I'm very upbeat, I'm always laughing, but I'm real calculating. People, why don't you do this? And they say, yeah, you're cool, but you're kind of slow. I'm not slow. I'm researching.
You look like a chess piece. I hear that.
Yeah.
Art of war.
Very strategic. And now is the time. Now is the time for this movement.
Well, I'm a fan.
Yay!
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm loving this. So, as much as I want to stay on the Silver Fox thing, now I have questions to ask you about your new career. And let me just set this up really quick. I don't know what age, but I know that it was after 60, because I remember when you turned 60 years old, you and your girlfriends did some badass shit. Y'all, they went to Paris, France, for her birthday.
Yeah.
They are popping bottles at the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God.
It was a pretty big deal, but it was what I wanted. And I invited who I wanted to invite. And we had a ball photo shoot, all of that. Now everybody's going to Paris. I got
the town. I love it. Oui. So at some point after that, you go into acting. And I love that. So anybody who's watching, somebody's telling them, oh, if you didn't make it at age 21 or 30 or whatever, GWEN started acting, and I won't say whatever age unless you want to, but
62.
62 and already booking Etsy commercials. The one that you just went out today with breast cancer. And can I just say, you were on one of my favorite TV shows. She was on and Just Like That, which is the spinoff of Sex and the City with Sarah Jessica Parker and the girls. And you were in that iconic scene with Gloria Steinem, Candice Bergen, Pam Grier, right?
Uh-oh.
My cousin, my fourth cousin. Shout out to my cousin. Who am I missing? Yeah, just the whole cast. What was that like to be in there with that room filled with authors and activists? I mean, because Gloria Steiner, you know, it doesn't get much bigger than that.
Well, to be totally transparent, it was probably one of the worst production days I've ever had in my life so far. It was bad.
Thank you for your honesty. Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. Only because I don't know if you guys noticed how I was dressed.
The white suit.
That wasn't the motif for the day. The motif for the day was little petite women in Laura Ashley dresses and designer threads, little pocketbooks, and here I come in a white suit. And the director kept saying, "The tall lady with the silver hair and the white suit, could you move her over there? Could you?" They moved me in hours. I've never felt so unwanted. It took me back to my grade school days when I was bigger than everybody else. However, God had a different plan, right?
Let's hear.
One of my friends, my acting friend, she was on set too, and she said, "Listen," she saw me, and she said, "Listen, you're getting paid the same amount that everybody else is getting paid. You've been here this long, just get paid and let it go." So I followed her advice. Baby, when the thing came out, people started calling me. They're like, "I think I just saw you," and I said, "No." So even with all of that, I made the director's cut. And that's I'm in there.
Like, and let me just say, anybody who's ever been in a movie or a TV show, when you make the cut, that's a big deal. Because a lot of folks don't, they're somewhere in a trash can somewhere. And to see you, not just for like a split second, but like I was like, that is Gwen walking by. And my neighbors heard me screaming.
Yeah. But it was awful. It was an awful 10 hours. It was awful. I enjoyed being with those powerful women, but so
for what it's worth, it meant the world for me to see that. I'm already a fan of the series.
Yeah.
And just like that is its own entity now. I love Sex and the City, but for the fans who grew with the show, you're like, this is what I'm dealing with. I don't want to hear what 30-something-year-olds are dealing with. Been there, done that. So, bravo.
How is it that I'm in on this particular show with what I'm doing on the outside? But that's how my entire life is. Everything is for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, okay. So that just gave me credibility because the scene was about them introducing this magazine to older, wealthy women. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, So
I thought about that when I was watching. I was like, honestly, I thought it was on purpose, actually. Like, they must know what Gwen's doing, and that's why they had her in the scene. That was my thinking. I projected that. Okay. Well, I know we're running out of time. Real quick, shouts out to Mr. Glass. Thank you for watching. Tamara Ivy, thank you for watching. Big Buddha, thank you for watching. Segment, I saw a lot of names there. I just want to say hello. Any questions that you wanted to ask D-Ray before I move on to two quick ones I want to ask Gwen to bring it on home? Because I know we got to land the plane.
Okay, so real quick. Oh Lord, oh God.
Leave him alone.
I just can we wrap this up so I can stop seeing that name?
I like Buckskin Bob. I'm gonna bring him back.
Why y'all Buckskin Bob?
Hey, Buck.
What the hell? Y'all don't know what y'all have done. Y'all done turned him into the pervert at the club. That's what that is.
Hey girl, come here, girl. Buckskin. I told you, man, not your whole life. Take 15 minutes off. Just 15. Just give me 5 minutes of non-haterade.
In the name of all that is holy.
I have one quick question.
What?
Can Buckskin Bob say, some call it a sling blade, I call it a Kaiser blade. Can you just say it for me real quick?
You want it done on a sling blade, boy? Fried cherry mustard.
That was good. Billy Bob Thornton should have you do his voiceover.
No,
Okay, go ahead.
No, he should not. Miss DeVoe.
Ask the question. Ask the question.
So is it safe to say that you have the acting bug now? And
no.
You don't want to do that again?
No, I'm doing it, but there are different categories in this industry. So I am actually a commercial actor. And what that means is obviously I do commercials, but the commercial acting works best for me because I have a bad memory. My memory's gone. I can't remember a lot of, like a large script. I can give you 3 lines and then I'm done. So I've taken some acting classes, but it's not getting any better. I've done, what's this thing people told me to get? This don't work for me, Prevagen, so that's in the drawer. I've done everything that I could, and I think that this is okay for me, and I'm gonna just do what I do best. I don't want to. You'll never see me on stage in a play unless I'm in a chair sitting down or something like that. I won't have any massive roles like that. So,
I realize that you are like a master Jedi. But I have to remind you that when you make plans, God laughs.
That's true. I know.
Well said. Yes, yes, sir.
I'm gonna just fall back to the mute.
Okay.
There we go.
So two more things, because I know you've got a very special award coming up. Even though I know that you're not doing FFF Week, the industry is recognizing you with the Full Figured Industry Awards. It's kind of like the Oscars for this community, and it's the acronym is the FIFA. The
FIAs.
Oh, I messed that all up.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm here. I got your back.
Thank you.
FIAs.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's coming up when?
That is on Saturday, November 4th.
Oh wow, that's coming up real soon.
Yeah, it's next week. Yeah,
y'all put in your prayers for Miss Gwen. I mean, it's it's yours. It's yours.
Well, I have a lot of mothers, people that I'm up against. But even if I don't win, I have a shelf full of awards over here, so it's okay. You know what I mean? But I am also the voice of the program, so I'm at the top of the theater, reading the things and calling out the nominees. Like I have a huge part. So if I win, I'll have to run down the stairs and jump up on the stage. So I'm excited. This is their
That's awesome.
We don't pray for stuff that's already done.
I
look at
I'm gonna still pray, but I believe it is done. We don't pray for
stuff already done. Can I ask a real quick question? What advice would you give 20-year-old Gwen?
Okay, that's gonna be my question, but that's okay.
What 20-year-old Gwen, knowing what you know now, what advice would you give 20-year-old Gwen?
So this is going to sound weird, but the advice that I would give 20-year-old Gwen would have been to marry my now husband earlier, because he was a hell of a boyfriend, but he's a damn good husband.
Ooh.
And he's like I wasted all that time being a girlfriend. I should have been the wife.
Say that again. I love that.
He's amazing. And the support that he's given me now, if I had that support before, I would be like, I'm telling you, I would be like maybe even in the White House, like dressing people or something as or something. It's just, when you find that special person, that person that has your back. I mean, I have friends, my girlfriends hold me down. But, the relationship that my husband and I have and have had for a while, I just wish I had solidified it. He asked me and I said no, because I was out in them streets, being a promoter, being a model, and doing all those other things. And secondly, D-Ray, I would say, I don't know how to put this. I didn't really know what I had, right? And so I played around with it because I was having fun. I'm a big fun person, right?
You are.
Right? I just, I'm background party girl.
Gwen likes to have a good time. I love it.
But I wish I was a little bit more tenacious in understanding the business side of creating a brand. you know.
That's honest.
I was never successful in trademarking Full Figured Fashion Week, like all these just different things, because I just kind of I jump into things because I know I can do it. And then I backtrack and I try to make everything legal. And sometimes you lose the opportunity. If you're going to do something, do it right the first time.
That is okay. I don't know which one I liked more. You helped me with both, because the first one, for personal reasons, I've got some thoughts in my mind about that. I'm divorced and interested. And, you know, I have more summers behind me than ahead of me. Yeah. So I think that is awesome advice. Why waste time if you think you got somebody special? The second one, we all relate to that. When you agree as well, Buckskin Bob.
I mean, definitely agree with that there, Lena J.
Because Buckskin Bob is also the creator of Blast. You know, so he's being humble about that.
No, he's not. Elliot Jackson is the creator of Blast. Buckskin Bob is the creator of something else that ain't on.
He starts shooting in your box below. Don't say I didn't warn you, okay?
You just need to go and just leave Buckskin and me alone, okay? Just go and leave me alone there, bro, okay? Ain't calling nobody.
Boy, please, it's literally time to land this plane.
Do voices. I can't do voices. You know how much money I can make if I could do voices?
I love your voice. Can I just say this? This is really quick. Now I love New Yorkers. My uncle.
At the same time.
Well, we may have to go ahead and land this plane for her.
Does that mean if they kick you off of live stream?
No. It's just it may have been a bandwidth. It may have been a battery issue or something like that. But we can hold it down for her. Where can people contact you or reach out to you? Are you on social media or?
I am on social media. I'm on Instagram as GWEN Mogul DEVOE, but that's if you want to book me as an actor or a model. If you want my services as either a producer or an event planner or something like that, you can go to my website, which is GWENDEVOE.com. My email is bookgwendevoe@gmail.com. You could just Google Gwen DEVOE and everything up there will always have a backtrack to me. So email, Instagram, Facebook, everything is either Gwendolyn DEVOE, which is my whole name, or Gwen DEVOE. Oh, there's Lena trying to get back in.
Oh, Lena's all over the place. Down there, and around. She got a picture right there. What in the world is going on here?
Hey, darling.
Hey, so what happened was I lost juice on my laptop, so I'm using my phone now.
That's what D-Ray said.
Yeah, that's why y'all can see my studio in the background instead of my little backdrop. What did I miss? I know we're getting ready to land the plane, but
contact. I just gave my contact information.
Awesome. Is there anything else you would like to say before we land the plane? Because we could do a part 2. There's so many things I could ask you, Gwen, but we'll be here all night.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much. I really meant it. I've been on quite a few podcasts, television shows, lives, whatever. This was so refreshing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lena, for doing your research. I get so frustrated and tired sometimes of telling the same story or the same answer to the same questions over and over again. And I feel like when you do something like this on a show, take the time to get to know who you're going to be speaking with, so that's what separates your show from somebody else's show.
Wow. You know, it's funny you say that, because I was actually feeling kind of frustrated that there were more questions I wanted to ask, and thinking that we talked about hot topics so long. I was like, we're sitting here talking about that stupid Jada Pinkett book or Paris Hilton's big head baby. We could have been talking.
I'll tell you.
Is it time to land the plane, y'all?
I'll tell you.
Bruh, we got to get out of here.
Okay, so on that note, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Gwen DEVOE, for coming out, because you were literally auditioning today and to come back and do this with us means so much. It is always a pleasure. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Expect the unexpected. Thank you for watching Lena Unapologetically.
Unapologetic, baby.
Good night.
All right, good night,
All right, people.